Hey, my name is Ivan, and I am a mature, aging gracefully. I wanted to share some beauty tips and some skincare advice. And I just want to say welcome. This is my first time recording. We're in a pandemic, and why not? What else have I got to do? Anyway, well, there's stuff to do, but anyway. So let's just get started. Let's talk about our skincare for a little bit. All right, so I am almost 60, and I have everything that goes with 60. I've got, lines here, crow's feet there, laugh lines, smiles, and things like that. And then, of course, gray hair. I'm not doing anything about my gray hair. I'm keeping it. Hair was a little bit longer, but during the pandemic, I decided to whack it off myself. So that was fun. Anyway, the first thing I want to talk about is, taking off your makeup and then applying, washing your skin and then applying good skincare. There are there are a few products from different lines that I like to use, and if I was famous enough to endorse things, these would be the products that I endorse. Anyway, so I purchased, and it's very reasonable. It's Rimmel. It's a makeup remover, gentle eye makeup remover, and it's oil free, which is great because we don't need any oils on our skin. Moisturizer, yes. Oils, no. So I've got that, and I've got these cosmetic ovals. You can get them pretty much anywhere. I got these at Publix. So I will put a little sprinkle on a pad, and then I'm going to start with my eye makeup. I do have a little bit of eye makeup on. I don't know if you could tell. And I have a little bit of concealer, not really foundation, because I'm not doing full face makeup, and sometimes less is more anyway. So I'm just taking this pad and removing my makeup. I think I've just about got it all. That's kind of yucky. And that's fun. Have a little bit of gloss on. I might as well just take that off. Well, not all of it. Okay. And one saturated pad is plenty. The other thing that I really like about these oval cosmetic pads is that there's two different sides. There's a smooth cotton side, and then there's a ridge side. So the smooth cotton side is really good for removing maybe some dead skin cells. Now, I do have favorite skincare products that I've used probably for about almost 30 years. I started looking into skincare and trying to learn as much as I possibly can about it, because I don't really have the finances to get any kind of lips, and I'm not about to shoot rat poisoning in my, under my skin. But if you do that, that's fine. That's you. Anyway, you do you, I'll do me. Okay. So the cleanser that I do have, it's by Shiseido. It's really great. It's probably about 30 something dollars for a really large tube. But here's the thing. You only need a very small, tiny amount to your tube could last 2 years. Let's just put it like that. So it's less than $1 a day if you want to break it down. All right, let me get that. Sometimes I wash my face in the shower. Anyway, it's just about empty. As you can see, I use it. I've had this for almost 2 years. It's extra creamy cleansing foam. So when you open it and you get some out, you only need about that much. It's like really little. Let's see if I could do this right. It's probably about the size of a small or medium pearl, but I'm smushing it right now. Anyway, they also have another kind of cleanser, which is really great, and it's just a creamy cleanser that comes in a pump. Later, I can share the website, because if you go to the direct website to order, when you order, you can save a certain amount, like if you have a friend recommending you, so I'll get you that information. Anyway, I've wet my fingers, and I'm just going to apply little circles to my skin. Now, one of the things that I want you to keep in mind as you're watching me do this is kind of funny because I've never done this for public, is that when I'm spreading it around, as you can see, it's pretty foamy, that little bit. I wet my fingers a little bit more. I'm going to cut the water off, save water. Anyway, so I'm making circles. Oh, you know, it'd be great if I had my headband. Here it is. Let me put my headband on. Okay, so I'm making circles. And when you wash in circles like this, you're actually strengthening your facial muscles. And you kind of want to do that. You want to strengthen your facial muscles. And I'm doing my jawline too. Now, the reason why I had this wash in my shower is because when I'm in the shower, I'm doing my neck and I'm doing my décolleté. But right now, I'm just washing my face. Okay, water on again. That's round cotton that I was telling you about. I wet it. And I'm using this to remove my wash. And I'm using that side that looks like, that just looks smooth, but it's got like this tiny little, the pattern, not the pattern side, the smooth side, sorry. All right, now I'm just gonna rinse. Okay. This is actually what I was doing is actually a great technique for, especially if you're a woman of color. Because if you've ever noticed, sometimes the skin looks a little darker, like right up in here. Especially if you have a habit of doing that to your nose. Sometimes the skin will look a little darker in here, or sometimes it'll look a little darker in here, outside your T-zone. And the reason is because the pigments are, you know, like building up or getting trapped in that particular area. So these kind of pads are actually going to start working out the pigment. So you want to make sure that you get all the way around. And even though I rinsed, I'm going back over, and I patted my face dry, but I'm going back over with this damp pad just to give you, you know, a good idea on, you know, its use. Okay, so I'm done, and my face is a little damp, and that's okay, but I'm gonna dry my hands. Okay. So, one of the things that I love about the Shiseido line is the revitalizing treatment. This stuff is, it's really great. All right, directions will tell you 2 pumps. Again, if you want to bathe in it, 2 pumps, sure, why not? But I'm using 1 pump, and I'm going to put it, actually not even a whole pump, but I'm putting it in the cup of my hand. And then I'm taking my fingers and I'm applying it like so. And then whatever's in my palm, I'm taking it to my neck, and then I'm going upward sweeps. And then again, spreading it out. And upward sweeps. Upward. Why? Because it just kind of like helps with lifting and working the muscle grips. Okay. So there's still some left on my hands. So what am I going to do with it? I'm going to put it on my arm so I'm not wasting this stuff. This stuff is incredible. Okay, and then my other favorite item, did I say favorite? Favorite. My other favorite item is the Unimine Eye. So again, not even a whole pump. So I'm going to half pump and put about the size of a bead. And I'm using my ring fingers. Why am I using my ring fingers? Well, because less pressure with your ring fingers. And I do have like some matching luggage under my eyes. I have bags, but that's my age. Anyway, I'm patting it in. I'm not pushing it or shoving it. I'm just patting it in with my ring fingers. And again, I'm using ring fingers because there's less pressure. And then there's a favorite moisturizer from the same line, but I'm completely out. So I had to order some, and I'm waiting for that. Now, because of the pandemic, it's taking a little bit longer than usual to get your product, but that's okay. I have a backup. I like Neutrogena. It's a Hydro Boost. And my hands are clean, so I'm just dipping a little bit in there. Sometimes if you can't wait for something and you got to run to the store and they don't sell it in the store, you have to kind of get what you think is the second best. So I've tried all of the products that you could possibly imagine, from department stores, drugstores, whatever. So I finally found a good skin regimen, and the majority of it comes from that line that I was telling you about. It's pronounced Shiseido. Shiseido. It's really nice. Their packaging is really pretty. Anyway, so the other good thing about ordering online their items is that you can select samples. Sometimes you could select luxury samples or large samples, like the Unimine Eye. This is a luxury sample, but it really lasts. It's good stuff. Okay, and let's see. All right, well, that's pretty much it. That's my skin routine. Sweeping up is key to remember. Making circles to work the muscles underneath the skin. And one thing that it's really important to remember is you want to be gentle with your skin. And honestly, it doesn't really matter what your skin type is. If you treat your skin normally, it's going to behave normally. Now, you may have oily skin, and you may have oily hair too, but think of it like this. When you strip your skin or your hair of its natural oils, it's going to go into double time. It's going to start reproducing double the oil, because your oil glands are like, oh no, I have no oil. To eliminate that oily, greasy feeling on your skin, buy a product that's, made for normal to dry. And then, of course, when you get to be about my age, just progress into dry. I would never recommend products for oily skin that say for oily skin, because again, you're stripping those oils that you actually need. Okay, well, that's it for today. My next taping will be about applying a little bit of makeup. Less is more. I'll show you a few tips on that and give you a few pointers. I hope that you enjoyed watching today. May the peace of God bless you, and have a great one. Shalom.